Yo, what's up, guys? It's King Sean here, and day 17, the final day of training camp practice, is officially in the books. And in today's video, I will be not only recapping day 17, but also recapping day 16, which was yesterday, because I didn't get a chance to recap yesterday's practice. So I'm gonna recap it in today's video. But before we do, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on to 4K subs. If you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so like I said in the intro, I was not able to recap day 16 because of everything that happened yesterday. I mean, we traded for Cade York, we traded Jahan Dotson away, so I wanted to make sure I covered that before, getting to the practice, and ultimately just didn't have enough time to record that video, so I'm including it in today's video. But first things first, got to start off with some things Dan Quinn said in his press conference. He said that Jayden Daniels is not going to play Sunday night against the Patriots. I mean, the grass is green, the sky is blue. This was pretty obvious. Obviously, he's the QB1, so there's just no point of playing him nor the starters. I think maybe some of the starters will play, maybe on defense, like Benjamin St-Juste, Forbes, Michael Davis, maybe some of the safeties. Maybe not even some of the safeties, maybe like Quan Martin and Jeremy Chin. I don't think they're going to play, but we shall see. But most of the starters, including Jayden Daniels, will not play Sunday night against the Patriots. I know the Patriots are playing everyone that is healthy, including, Drake May. He's going to play Jacoby Brissett. All the starters, everyone that is healthy will play against us on Sunday night for the Patriots. So that's pretty interesting right there. I know, Jacoby Brissett and Drake May, that QB competition right there is still going on. So they kind of want to see who will win it. And Sunday night's game, obviously against us, will determine who wins that QB battle over there. But moving back on to Dan Quinn's presser, he said that Clelin Ferrell was dealing with some knee soreness, well, knee swelling, sorry, but will be ready for the opener and would have played this week if it were the regular season. So that's good right there. Same with Dante Fowler. Like, if it was the season opener, they would have played. And next week, he expects both Dante Fowler and Clelin Ferrell to practice next week, which is really good to hear. And then finally, Dan Quinn on if the final wide receiver group will come from the current roster. He said that he's pleased with what the receivers have shown so far, but he's leaving the door for AP Adam Peters to find someone else who can compete, but he's not throwing out any tea leaves. So yeah, it sounds like we may bring in a guy or two at receiver, but Dan Quinn, the rest of the coaching staff, they're pretty pleased with the wide receiver room. I mean, Terry McLaurin, he's our wide receiver one, and then behind him, we just have a lot of question marks, in my opinion. I don't think our receiver core is necessarily bad. I just think it's pretty average, mid, and just a lot of question marks. But I know, obviously, Dyami Brown, he has a lot of chemistry with Jayden Daniels. Luke McCaffrey was drafted in the third round. I think Luke McCaffrey will be good, but he may not just be good this year, but we shall see. But it's looking like Terry's going to be our receiver one, of course. Dyami Brown is going to be our receiver two, across from Terry, and then either Olamide Zaccheaus or Luke McCaffrey will be our slot wide receiver. So we'll see if we go after Brandon Aiyuk. I know that report came out this morning. Shout out to Ari Mirov, My Sports Update, on Twitter. He said that the 49ers were kind of asking for Terry McLaurin in a trade for Aiyuk, and if not Terry McLaurin, because they wanted a receiver back and they did not want Jahan Dotson, so instead they wanted Terry McLaurin. And obviously we're not going to give it Terry McLaurin. So if it wasn't going to be Terry McLaurin, you got to give up a first round pick, and we're definitely not going to give up a first round pick for Aiyuk. I really like Brandon Aiyuk, but we're probably going to have maybe a top 12, top 10, maybe a top 15 pick in next year's draft. So I just don't think, trading a first round pick for Aiyuk is just, ideal for us, especially since we are in a rebuild. So I did, like that we didn't, pull the trigger in trading a first for Aiyuk or trading Terry for Aiyuk. All right, now let's get to some stuff that happened during practice. Probably just going to talk about some stuff that happened in yesterday's practice. We didn't get really any information from today's practice, so going to talk about yesterday's practice right now. The offense started off slow in Wednesday's practice with 2 pass breakups to start 11 on 11s on Wednesday. However, yesterday, as in Thursday, things were much smoother as Daniels hit McCaffrey in the end zone for a touchdown. B-Rob followed that up with a touchdown run, and Daniels went on to connect with Zach Ertz for a score. So it's good that, the offense is still looking good in the red zone, and it will look good in the red zone this season. I mean, with Eckler, Jaden, B-Rob, Ertz, That's really good right there. I mean, B-Rob, Eckler, they're going to get a lot of touchdowns this year. Same with Jaden Daniels. A lot of his touchdown runs are going to come in the end zone. And Zach Ertz, he is Jaden Daniels' favorite receiving target, in my opinion. So I know he's going to get a lot of passes towards the middle of the field and in the red zone as well. Let's see here. Later in the day, Austin Eckler showed off his speed by catching a wide open pass from Daniels on the right side of the field. The play was blown dead, but Eckler finished by running into the end zone anyway, and there weren't any defenders around to stop him. So it's good to see, Eckler still having that same explosiveness. And Cliff Kingsbury said in his press conference yesterday that people have kind of been saying, Austin Eckler, he's kind of lost a step with his speed and explosiveness, kind of lost a bit of that. But that's pretty false. That's not true at all, according to Cliff Kingsbury. And yeah, we've heard it. We've seen it. I went to one of the training camp practices, and Eckler definitely still has that speed and explosiveness he's had over his entire career. So it's good to see that he still has that. Let's see here. Tyler Owens, he continues to show up in camp, and he had a pass breakup in the end zone. Owens, an undrafted free agent from Texas Tech, is considered by many to be a strong candidate for a roster spot. I mean, it's really good to see and hear Tyler Owens continue to make plays in practice. If he has one more impressive performance against the Patriots, I feel like he should make the roster. Even if he doesn't, I feel like he should make the roster anyways. I mean, he's been really good in training camp and preseason. He was really good against the Dolphins. He has to make the roster, in my opinion, because he's going to be a huge help in special teams and maybe even the defense, but we shall see. And then finally, the team finished the day by going through a 2-minute drill. It didn't take long for the starting offense to score, because after Daniels opened things up with a pass to McCaffrey, he found Ertz open behind the secondary for the touchdown, and I'll put that clip in this video. It's good to see the offense moving during 2-minute drills. Jaden Daniels connecting with his weapons, Austin Eckler, Zach Ertz, Luke McCaffrey. So it's really good to hear right there. And that is really it from practice yesterday. And like I said, not a lot, came out from practice today. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 4K subs. If you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.